Hi, welcome back, everybody. We are live. The current situation is as follows. It is 7 p.m. in Mexico City. I don't know if you can see my suitcase. Ah, wait. So I'm packed and ready to go. Trying to film. Jesus. My suitcase right there. Um, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to catch my flight, but up until this moment, I still do not have confirmation I'll be able to fly in what is now 4 hours. So starting to regret absolutely, being so cheap and having this type of ticket. Because at least with the other guy, I was pretty sure like I would know 24 hours in advance, and now I'm just like, you know, relegated to not knowing. Got a little coffee to stay locked in. I love French press, guys. For me, this is like the best the best way to drink coffee. Anywho, you guys know the drill. Ask me anything. Don't hold back. As we hopefully find out in the next couple of hours whether or not your boy is flying to Belgium tonight. It has been an adventure to say the least. It's also raining like crazy outside. Mexico City in June is not the place to be. Do not come here in June. Area of Sweden, just less cold. Oh my god, I have a message. It's not a WhatsApp message. So yeah, further context. I'm literally waiting on this lady to tell me whether or not I'm flying in a couple of hours. So um, the part that sucks the most is the fact that my parents have to deal with this uncertainty. They're getting up there in age, and you guys know how it is. People that are getting older, they get more anxious about these type of things. And so I hate putting this stress on them, even though there's no real stress. Um, Not really, but it stresses them out not knowing when I'm arriving, whether I'm flying or not. They're already asleep. They're assuming I'm landing tomorrow evening Belgian time. And I would hate to have to send them another text like I did yesterday, like, hey, I can't fly today. So that bothers me the most. Dr. Steph, what's up? I just read your comment. I was just reading your comment, and congratulations to you for overcoming your cancers and your hardship. That's amazing. What video was it that made you find the channel? Michael Camacho. I have not been to Guadalajara yet. I do welcome all of the new subscribers. It's really like it's interesting. I've been putting in the work for over 8 years now, and lately I really feel the channel has taken an obvious next step. I see it in the analytics, but I also see it with how often people tell me they're new to the channel and stuff like that. Anywho, it's 7 p.m. now. I feel like in the next hour I'm gonna find out whether or not I'm flying. Um, so you guys will be here to see me cry and break down if I can't fly. By the way, I would never drink coffee at 7 p.m. in a normal on a normal day, but today is not a normal day. Um, and by the way, Doctor Steph, I like no one knows when I go live. I go live like when I feel like it. When it's just like it's like an emotional thing. I don't like to plan it. Poe, hola. Any advice for when loneliness hits and you want to feel loved, but at the same time you have to focus on bigger academic goals? So, Paul, you may or may not know, one of my absolute mantras is to stay down till you come up. I'm very big on that. And I feel like that applies perfectly to what you're describing here. It's really important for people to be able to recognize where they're at in their journey. And so you have to be able to realize when you are going full monk mode, dungeon mode, linear arc, whatever you want to call it, and when it's time to put in the work, but then also when it's time to snap out of it and reap the fruits of your labor, right? So when loneliness hits, man, watch one of my videos, join the live, um, reading them, books help incredibly. Um, but you have to kind of like have a roadmap of like what you're working towards. And you got to stay down and put in the work until the glory comes, until the come up comes. That's what I've been doing my whole life. I'm still doing it. And the like you feeling lonely, man, like I always say, creation is one of the best antidotes to like having unresolved feelings, whether that's loneliness, anxiety, depression. So I urge you to try to write about it, make a video about it, make a song about it. Like that's literally the premise of this whole channel. Like it is as much as a crutch for me as it is for my subscribers. Dr. Steph, it was how cancer destroyed my face from many years ago. Your face hasn't been destroyed and neither has mine, just changed. Great to know that going live is just based on feel. Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Steph. I remember that video. I did it under the weeping willow tree in my parents' backyard, the one I'm trying to get to tonight. Yeah, that was a good video. I remember kind of doing it at the time because I realized I had never really laid out the whole roadmap of how it all happened. And the funny thing is, if I were to watch it back today, I probably like would have forgotten half of it. Anywho, who do we got in here? Don't be shy, guys. Ask me anything. The time is right now. We're in cozy Mexico City. It's dark and rainy outside. I may or may not get on an intercontinental flight in the next 4 hours. So a lot to be excited about. A lot to be man. Like I'm starting to realize why people don't like go so cheap on these tickets because this is not like I'm starting to feel like it's not a good deal. I should have stuck with my old. I had this other guy that was helping me out, um, and he would be able to tell me 24 hours in advance whether or not I was going to be able to fly. So the cost for him was 15,000 pesos, which is like 700 euros. This one is 8,000, so it's like half of that. But I said it in the video, man. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys. I feel like with my braids like this, trying to grow out my sides, I kind of look like a bald guy holding on to his hair, ironically. You know what I mean? I almost feel like I'm bald because I have the hair long on the side. The chat's quiet tonight. I live in Canada with European ethnicity, traveling to Europe in a few days. Where are you going in Europe? Have you ever been to North America? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. I spent a few months living in LA. Favorite spots. I like LA. I like Venice Beach because of the presence of Gold's Gym. Um, what else do I like? I had a good time on Deer Isle. It's off of the coast of Massachusetts. No, it's off the coast of Maine. That was fun. Greece and Macedonia, where my family comes from. Been back many times. Yeah, it's a great time to go to Europe right now. That's what's up. Greece is gonna be hot though right now. Europe is experiencing a crazy heat wave. What's up, by ice? Bonsoir, monsieur. I just texted the woman about the ticket. I just asked, entonces, ¿cuál es el plan? Like, are we doing this or not? It's 4 hours before my hypothetical flight would take off. There's like a part of me that's starting to think maybe they scanned me. Like I'm starting to, but if it's a scam, it doesn't make sense because why would she stay in constant contact? Why wouldn't she just disappear after I sent her the money? You know, and then also I got to connect through a friend who has used that service and who has flown successfully. So here we go. Here we go. This is her. Okay, she said, give me 30 to 40 minutes. So on this motherfucking live, we're gonna find out if your boy is going home or not. Ah! If I can't go home tonight, I might lose my fucking mind. What is your corporate job outside of YouTube? Like, what do you do? I'll give you a hint. So that is the company. I am a full-time contractor for Google. Not to be mistaken with being an actual Googler. A Googler is someone that works for Google, right? Like you're like actually like you're a Googler. Duh. Um, the difference is I'm a contractor. So Google pays my company to have me working for them full time. Why do companies like Google prefer contractors? Because it makes them more agile. Like if they need less people, they don't have to fire nobody. They just stop working with the contractor. So that way there's no layoffs, for example. Um, Also, I make a lot less money than a Googler. I'm in the Mexican system. I get paid in pesos. I live in Mexico. I get Mexican healthcare. So I probably make 1/5 of what someone that has my job for Google in the US would make. My job is to help and train the AI specifically, so the large language models, but basically they needed somebody who speaks native Dutch and also who understands the culture in the Netherlands and in Belgium. I basically analyze dry data, so-called queries. A query is anything a user puts into Google, like any question or request or Google search. And I have to kind of like, I'm simplifying it, but what I do is I have to look the output of the AI model and basically say, this sounds natural, this sounds like something a person in Belgium or Holland would say, and if not, I'm making it sound better. So that's what I do, KGR. I want to visit the red light district in Amsterdam one day. What's up, Common Sense? Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess it's interesting to see, to see the prostitutes and all that. Um, we have the same in Antwerp in Belgium. It's like an entire block of like legal prostitutes. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. It's a thing to do. It's a thing to check out. Dr. Steph, any advice to new YouTube creators to experience growth? Besides consistency on posting within your niche, I hope to be out courageous like you and get on camera to share my life stories. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask because I don't feel like I have done it necessarily the right way. Um, because I don't like doing it any other way than the way I like doing it, if that makes sense. So I'll give you a few tips. Get started today. The only regret I have in terms of the channel is that I did not start 5 years before. That I waited that I waited until I was, I want to say 30. Um, you know, like I'm telling you, you have to start as soon as possible because that's the only way you're gonna get better. Don't become crippled by your need for perfection or thinking you can arrive and be ready to go. Like you're only gonna learn on the job. Um, I would say, yeah, like you gotta feed the people. You gotta be consistent. Like one video a week will not cut it. It just won't, unless you have something super special to offer. But yeah, yeah, it's a very competitive space. You have to feed the algorithm and find a way to also like something that I used to do is I used to record my videos on this fancy vlog camera, the one that I'm using still right now at the live stream. And then I would import all the clips in Cool Edit Pro, and I would like edit, and then I would have to, spend time creating the file and then uploading the file. Like at some point, it was becoming demotivating, and I also realized that that's not my content. Is not about edits or flashiness. It's about me telling my story, giving my observations, my analysis, sharing what's happened to me. And so I realized I can just buy a really good smartphone. So I bought the Samsung Ultra S24, and I just film myself on my cell phone now. I'll one take it and I upload it straight from my phone. I simplify the process so it's never demotivating. And yeah, I that's what I can tell you. Just turned on the news. Yikes! Yeah, I see what I saw what happened. Did you end up meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger? I met him. I did meet him. I made a whole video about it. The video is called Arnold Schwarzenegger Doesn't Care About My Cancer. It's a good video. You're not in trouble, Common Sense. You can talk politics. I don't mind. I'm still in Mexico. I'm in Mexico City. Yes, I'm in Mexico City. This is where I live. This is where I work. I've been living here for 2 years and 3 months. Yeah, so for those who don't know, it would be crazy if you would have to find out through me, but the US just bombed the shit out of Iran. So, yup, we might look back on this and say this was the beginning of World War III. Um, but you guys know my stance on that stuff. Um, um, I'm not really like I try to not let those things affect me, and I encourage you to try and do the same. Too many people drink the poison that is news every single day. I thought you were leaving on Friday, last Friday. Looks like someone hasn't seen the last video. I literally posted a video today called um, I, I, I Missed My Flight to Belgium. So, congratulations on being in good shape. Thank you. It's funny. I don't even feel like I'm in great shape right now. I can do a lot better. And I do plan on making a big step towards that when I'm in Belgium. That is the plan. Um, that is very much the plan. I thought Trump was waiting 2 more weeks. I think the whole idea of that is that no, like the stuff they put out in the general news, guys, like that's not gonna be what they're really gonna do, right? Like if you were gonna bomb someone, then you wouldn't be like, "I'm bombing you next week, Wednesday." No, you would be like, "We're gonna chill for 2 weeks," and then boom, bomb your ass. So yeah, like who does your hair? Is this guy called Ibra? He's Mexican, um, and he used to work for TV, and he's really good. Like he does these amazing braids. Like he's the best. And guys, I got thin hair. I have no business having braids, right? Like I shouldn't. But he's amazing, and they cost like nothing. Deception is the art of war. Exactly. Do you like watching movies? I do, but I never watch movies. If that makes sense. Like I I barely ever watch movies. I feel like that is something that'll happen when I settle down with someone. I feel like that's like I don't know. I do fall into the productivity trap. Either I am on my phone scrolling or you know, making a YouTube video or I'm coaching a client. I feel like watching NBA games is the only time that I like passively watch something. So yeah, I don't watch a lot of movies, but I do like them. Are you fully recovered from cancer? Yes, sir. Hopefully. Very forward, very happy to have found your channel. I look forward to learning more about your story. Got to run, hoping for the best at your flight. Thank you, Dr. Steph. It was a pleasure meeting you. And don't forget what I said. Get started today. Don't wait with that channel. You sound like you're from the States. I don't hear any Dutch accent. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, what you're saying is, I don't sound like this when I talk. I feel like that was not a good impression impersonation. Fun fact: I had to learn how to talk again many different times because of the fact that my bottom lip is basically useless. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I use my tongue as my bottom lip to form the phonetics. But that's also why it's really hard to say certain things. Like certain phonetics, I can't really form. Can you speak Spanish to get by in Mexico without a translator? Bro, I speak really good Spanish. Like I had a whole ass relationship with a girl that didn't speak any English. So yeah. Have you ever visited Canada? Nope, not yet. That's on the list. That is on the list. Hey Iwa, good to see you, girl. How you doing today? Me too. I'm gonna find out in the next 30 minutes whether or not I'm flying tonight. So I'm excited. Ugh. I'm already tired. But that's like if I do have the flight, the 12-hour flight. Oh, Iwa, always coming through with a super generous donation. Thank you so much, Iwa, keeping this channel afloat single-handedly. I know it's crazy that you don't have an ounce of an accent. And I feel like I used to speak better American. Like, I feel like the surgeries and all that stuff has, like, diminished my ability. But I appreciate that. Absolutely. I started a couple of months ago. Your speech is great, knowing what I know you've been through. I also avoid certain phonetics in my speech. It's funny how you know about that. That's great. I love that. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Steph, and I hope I see you soon. Big shout out to Iwa, always carrying this channel. All of you guys who like these lives should be thanking Iwa every single day because she's basically like she's such a big support. See you, Dr. Steph. Guys, please help keep my donation. Yeah, that's the energy that we need more of. My first language is Dutch. So I speak 5 languages: Dutch, English, Spanish, French, and German. I will say that German has fallen off. But yeah, I speak Dutch, but I very often think in English. And I'll dream in English. It depends. But when I get really angry and I curse, it's in Dutch. I was looking back at the video I made, the one that I posted today, and I feel like I look horrible in it. I was like, yo, I look old, I look tired, I look stressed, I feel like I got bags under my eyes. Is it just me? I feel like I looked like shit in that video. I'm getting those frog eyes. It's not a good look. My first language is Polish. Okay. But now you're living in the US, right? My sister used to live in Poland for like 4 years. Canada. Right, right, right. He told me. I don't know if it was a good idea to have this coffee. It's making me feel kind of bad. Mm. He says as he has some more. I think I've been over caffeinated lately. I've been using too much caffeine, which is not a good thing. It's not something you want to do. So I told you guys I was looking. You look fine, but I sense stress. Yeah, I'm anxious, I'm stressed, and I'm tired. Like, and I've come a long way because I used to be much more of the control freak. I still am. And like yesterday, I was able to successfully manage the uncertainty of whether or not I was going to be able to fly. But then today is day 2, and I still don't know if I can fly. It's 7:30. The plane leaves at 11:30. It's like it's wearing me down. And the thing is, when you're in transit, like you're in limbo, you're waiting on, the ability to fly, and it's kind of like You know, you can't do anything else. You can't like I can't go out tonight or like do anything. Like I did do yoga this morning. Um, but if you're waiting on a flight, especially a flight this long, yeah, you're just kind of stuck. You're very handsome. You do not have any bags under your eyes whatsoever. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're handsome despite your scars. You guys are too sweet. Appreciate that. Ditch the caffeine and go for cocaine. Okay. I don't know about all that, but yeah, I don't like cocaine. Oh, Queen Trig has entered the building. Big shout out to Ida. You see that blue badge behind her name, guys? That is Viking royalty. 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 I appreciate you, Ida. Thank you so much. Good to have you in the house. I was wondering where you were at. Do you let everyone know in Mexico that you're from Belgium and not a gringo from the US? I'll be honest. Yes. I kind of take offense to being called a gringo. So in Mexico, a gringo is specifically an American, and for them, it's not a great thing to be called a gringo. It has a certain negative connotation. So I do go out of my way to like be like, hey, I'm not. The thing is, they can usually tell. They usually know. The women love you, brother. Appreciate it, man, and I love them. I love them more than they love me. I remember the other day you said you can't let coffee go to waste. Basically, I think you said you get a buzz. I deleted the message. All right, guys, ask me anything. You know the origin of the word gringo? So when the American army invaded Mexico way back, the Mexicans did not speak English, but they did recognize and know that the color of the uniform of the US soldiers was green. And they only knew a few words and they wanted them to fuck off and go back to their home country. So they would say, green go, like green go home, green go, gringo. That's where gringo comes from. Common sense. All your messages get retracted, so I can't read them. There's another word like that in Mexican Spanish. They say like Mexican slang. They say chingon. Chingon means like super dope, like cool, like that's fucking rad. That's awesome. That's sick. Like chingon, and that comes from Mexican people seeing an American machine gun for the first time, and they had never seen that, and they basically thought it was magic, and they were like, "Chingon, get chingon!" Like how cool! So machine gun, chingon, still used to this day. Just a couple of fun facts for you guys on this rainy Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. We still don't know if we're flying tonight or not. But it is what it is. Ida, what you been up to, girl? You quiet? Yeah, I could not have more of this coffee. It's gonna wreck me. Okay, we are 20 minutes past the woman. Oh, Ida, te quiero muchísimo. Te amo. That means I love you, girl. I appreciate you. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Iwa. You guys are holding it down. You are Viking royalty indeed. I appreciate you so much. You guys are the best, man. You got the super chat going up on a Saturday. Tom, I saw that you did some videos from Barcelona. What neighborhood would you recommend staying in, going for a 2-month long work trip? How feasible is it to get by there with limited Spanish? First of all, you don't need Spanish. English is fine. They actually speak Catalan, which is not Spanish. They hate Spain. They're trying to gain independence from Spain. But all that being said, like you'll be just fine with English. Like, don't even worry about it. The neighborhood that I would recommend, I would probably say I love Exemple. I'll type it out. This neighborhood I love. Um, you can do like if you're a beach guy, you might want to be closer to the beach. Um, but yeah, I really like Exemple. It's like in the center of the city. It's close to everything. Just stay away from the Raval because you will get robbed. Ironically, I used to live in Raval. Yeah, Iwa and Ida are the absolute goddesses of the chat. They hold your boy down hard. I appreciate it. That's so weird how you saw I deleted the message. The all-seeing Viking eye, girl. I see all of this shit. I really like um, Poble Sec. I love that area. The only thing about Poble Sec is that Raval is like a wall between Poble Sec and the rest of the city. Um, that's so cute, Ida, that you remember Janice or refrigerator breaking down. I love you guys. This community is so cute. Shout out Janice living in Arizona, man. Yeah, so the only thing about Popular Sec, Tom, that I don't like is that in order for you to get to El Gótico or El Born or Barceloneta, the beach, is you gotta literally walk through the dark forest, which is Raval. Like Barcelona is literally like a fairy tale. It's like Gaudi created the whole city, so it's like it looks like a chessboard from if you look from the airplane, and it's all these quadras, right? All these blocks, so it's beautiful, and it's like insane architecture. It's very psychedelic architecture. But then the biggest, like, the worst thing about Barcelona is the Raval, which is like by far the most dangerous neighborhood. And I don't know, man. I don't think you're gonna enjoy what like you don't feel comfortable walking through Raval at night. It's like mad shady. Like it's just not safe. Even like during the day, I wouldn't even walk through with a noise canceling headphone. So yeah, I can't wait to see you in Belgium with your family. You and me both. Have you ever been to Basque country? Are they indigenous Europeans? I don't know. If they're what is an indigenous European? I don't even know what that is. I haven't been though. Like ironically, I'm not the biggest fan of Spain. Like I don't love Madrid. I do like Valencia. I've never made it to Sevilla, which is kind of crazy. I'm a Barcelona boy. I love Barcelona, but I also kind of outgrew that. She has a great memory, Janice. Absolutely. Yeah, Tom. Check out like I would like Exemple will get you right. That's where you want to be, bro. You can also do Gracia, but it's all the way up the hill and it's kind of isolated. Some people like that. It is more low key, and like the tourists, they don't make it up the hill because it's too hard. Hope you enjoyed Barcelona, man. It's a wonderful city. Hey, once again, big shout out to Ida, big shout out to Iwa. If anybody else likes the content of these lives, feel free to click on the dollar sign below the chat box and make any donation to your liking, man. Anything goes. So when you go back to Belgium, do you plan on staying there for a while? I mean, honestly, the plan is pretty straightforward. Get in Belgium, get my face fixed ASAP, get the surgery done ASAP, recover, and then get my ass back to Mexico. Like, the way my plan is right now, I want to make it back to Mexico by the middle of August. Um, so it'll be, but yeah, first I have to actually make it there, right? I have to physically make it to Belgium, which is right now not looking that easy. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at mentally. Uh, The latest would be end of August. So also this room, guys, I moved in this room maybe like a good 2 months ago. Usually I always sublet my place, meaning that, I don't have to pay rent when I'm not here. But I didn't really want to sublet this place. I was looking at some people, but I don't know, man. It's really interesting. I wanted to share this. I'm 37 now, and the older you get, you kind of become, it's not lazy, it's just you become accustomed to a more comfortable lifestyle, and you're no longer willing to make certain sacrifices just for money. I'll give you an example. Like, I could find somebody to sublet this room to, not have to pay rent the 2 months that I'm gone. But the thing is, I would have to clear out this whole room, which I fucking hate. Like, it's just something you have to clear it all out, um, and then store it somewhere. Like, also when you come back here, when I come home, it would be like empty, and I would have to like put it all back. That's something like 2 years ago I was still doing, and now I'm like I'm 37, man. I don't need to necessarily always be like maximizing money. Like like it's just funny how older we get, the more money we kind of need to like have a sustainable, like not sustainable. You're just no longer willing to do certain things, which is ironic with me buying the cheap ass ticket. When you're up to it, I would like to hang out with you. I need a vacation. I haven't had one in years. Well, Ida, if you make it to Mexico City one day, we can have a coffee. Um, yeah, so I'm definitely going back to Mexico, guys. Like, Mexico is where I work and where I live, and like in Belgium, I only have my parents' house, so I don't even have my own spot there. Um, and I would not want to live with my parents for too long. One of the biggest regrets I have is last year spending 3.5 months in Belgium. That was a mistake. And it also cost me my relationship at the time that I had. It's funny, I always say I never had regrets in life. And I had an Amor Fati tattoo. So, like, the theory of it is, like, I try not to have the regrets, and I try, like, not to think like that. But I would be lying if I told you that that is not a real regret of mine. That is a regret of mine. I should have come back sooner. And yeah, I just kind of like I planned it poorly. The reason why I didn't come back sooner is because near the end of it, I had a vacation planned with my brother and my dad that was like set in stone. So those dates were like I wasn't gonna change those dates. So that's why. Wasn't gonna didn't plan on bringing that up right now, but hey, here we are. Okay, we are 30 minutes past my contact person telling me give me 30 to 40 minutes, so I'm gonna give her 10 more minutes, and then I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna learn today, boy. All right, guys, 45 minutes in. I'm gonna keep the live going until I find out if I'm flying tonight or not. I feel like you guys deserve that. As I wait for more questions, I want to remind you guys, I'm sure there's at least 5 people that have not hit the thumb up. Now, I understand not everybody can be absolute legends like Ida and Iwa who hold it down hard. But you know what? Hitting the thumb doesn't cost a thing. So you can close the chat box, hit the thumb. If we can get to 28 thumbs, I would be really happy. And I don't want to be that YouTuber who nags about and begs for it, but that would be dope. Start drinking some water. Yeah, I should do that. This coffee is hitting me hard as hell. That's the thing about coffee, man. You think it's gonna like I already had a bunch of caffeine today because I've been stressed out fuck out, and then you're like tired and more tired and more tired, and then you're like, let me drink some more coffee to go up again, and you go up for a little bit, but the crash is even deeper. So how do you feel about hookup culture? I get it. Like people are very lustful creatures, so I get it. Like, how do I feel about it? Participate at your own risk. Like, if you want to do it, that's fine. Just understand the implications and understand that you might get hurt in the process, or catch feelings. I think it's always funny how people would get surprised when they fall in love with somebody they're having sex with. Like, nature intends for us to do so. Like, it's really hard to have sex with someone a bunch of times and not develop feelings for them. Like, but yeah, how do I feel? Yeah, people should do what they want. Me personally, I'm very like I'm very scared of STDs and stuff. Like that is like a real concern of mine. So I don't really like to take those chances. Dun dun dun. Guys, if there's no more questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. I know I said I was gonna wait to tell you guys, but this lady is not telling me she did. She wasn't the one. Uh, I feel like the whole discourse, I've been guilty of that, of saying like she couldn't have been the one because the very first condition for someone to be the one is that they have to want to be with you as well, right? But I don't know. I feel like things happen and it's not always that cut and dry. And I feel like there's a lot of coping mechanisms as it pertains to like figuring out who's the one, who's not. I don't know. It's tricky. Maybe planes are being delayed right now. Oh, you think because of the attack? I don't think so. Nah, not intercontinental flights, and even yeah, in general. No, I don't think so. That would be kind of crazy, guys. Imagine World War III breaks out and I get stuck in Mexico because I can't fly back to Europe. That would be kind of crazy. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna do this. I think it's a good time to wrap it up. I want to say thank you again to Ida and Iwa for the super generous donations. I appreciate you guys. Um, Hopefully next time I go live, it'll be in Belgium. It won't be in this room. You're there. You're right. Lust does not last forever. Absolutely. So yeah, that'll be it for today, guys. Just I'm gonna let it get to 50 minutes, just because I like round numbers. I like round numbers, but I just want to say thank you to my community. Again, I hope I can get on that plane tonight. That would be great. If not, so be it, and we'll figure it out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will keep you posted. Thanks again, Queen Ida, for the great donation, and thank you as well, Iwa. I'll be back soon. Stay safe. Peace out. Oh, if you haven't watched a new video yet, oh snap. It wasn't her. Wasn't her. All right. Peace.